our best to keep this spoiler free. Okay, I'm going to try my best to make this spoiler free. So The Troop by Nick Cutter is a very disturbing book. Okay.
Let's talk.
Hey y'all, it is your girl Nurse Brook here with Brook Talks channel on YouTube. So today we're going to do another book review, and this is going to be for The Troop by Nick Cutter. Before we get into all of that, just a few updates on what's been going on with me, and y'all let me know what's going on with you in the comments, okay? I know we're still growing here. We still are getting and finding some consistency and finding like the target audience. And so we're still working on that. So here today, I want to tell you that I'm still doing well. I'm still in Missouri on my travel nurse assignment. I have been working hard. I have not been able to be as consistent with all of the things that I was doing when I was off on my break, on my fun employment break. So it has been a lot of transitioning, a lot of moving, and I do have my dog Nico with me, and I have my pet tarantula, aka Fluffy, with me. So I have multiple things that I'm caring for. I also brought a couple of plants from home, from North Carolina with me on the trip. So that plus all of my shit. I brought too much stuff. I did not need all of the clothes that I brought. So I just know for next time that I don't need that much shit, especially if I do a 4-day contract. Like typically we do a 36-hour contract where you're working 3 12s, but I did a 4 12-hour contract, so I'm working 48 hours a week. So I don't really need all of the clothes that I brought. Like I'm doing some things when I'm on my off days, but I'm just throwing on something simple and, going out. Like if I want to go out and, go out, I do have some things that I brought, but I have like one pair of heels that I brought with me. So I was smart on that, but I was not smart on the packing of the clothes. Okay. But anyway, it's been going fine. I'm on the float pool. It has been transitionally rough adapting to all of the different units and the different rules on this unit and knowing codes to the doors and, trying to get accustomed to the patient populations, because with the experience that I have, like I've worked with a lot of patient populations. So I kind of have the ability to float to multiple different areas in the hospital. So I have only been on the same floor, I think repeated a floor maybe once. Otherwise, I have been on a different floor every single shift that I have been here. This is going into my 3rd week here. So there's a lot to take in. The infrastructure, the roads, the highways, the traffic, the culture of the people, the culture of the workplace. And so it's just always an adjustment. I've been doing this for 12 years now. I'm not new to it, but it is always new because you do have to adapt everywhere you go. Like, you know how to be a nurse, but everything else that comes around that, it is entailing of a person that may be experienced, but it's different steps to get to different places. Like when I go to the hospital, I may be in this building across the street over here this day, this building across the street over there that day. Parking is horrendous. I'm kind of getting used to it now, so it's not as bad, but you get assigned to a particular parking lot. Particularly travel nurses kind of have their own parking lot for the most part, depending on where they're working. So I drive my car to my assigned parking lot that you have to pay for, in fact. Then I walk a short distance to the shuttle pickup area, and the shuttle bus takes us to the hospital. When I get to the hospital, I have to make sure I know where I'm going and where I'm supposed to work for that day. So I have to call the nursing office and say, hey, this is such and such, and I'm one of the nurses, and I need to know where I'm working today. Then I figure out where I'm working for that day, and then I go to that place. Sometimes it's a 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 minute walk. So I have lost a couple pounds. Your girl done lost a few pounds. I have been doing a little light working out, but I have not been able to work out as well as I was when I was at home and I was on fun employment. So I'm exhausted on my days off, and then I come here and make sure that I'm bringing, the videos and the content. So it is just trying to juggle. I was figuring out how to juggle it back home, and now I'm here in a totally different state, and I'm trying to figure out how to juggle it as well. So we're going to see what's going to happen. But without further ado, let's get into the book review. This book again is going to be The Troop by Nick Cutter. So it follows a group of boys who are a part of their scout troop, and they are with their scout leader on a camping trip. So everything starts off normal. Everything starts off good until this sick individual, a sick man, he's sick, he's ill, shows up to the campsite with his illness. Something ain't right. They know something ain't right with this man. Okay. So it turns into like a contained survival situation. Okay. It is a horror story. So the group is isolated. Okay. They have limited resources and supplies, and they're losing more. Okay. Then this sick man is spreading this illness across the campsite. So other people are getting sick. Okay. It is a fiasco. It's a shit show. So it does delve into like your body horror, your hunger, your infection, your infestation, your deterioration and breakdown of one's soul. Okay. During this survival horror story. Check your trigger warnings before you read The Troop by Nick Cutter. Please check your trigger warnings. I know I say that over and over and over again in these videos, but please check your trigger warnings. There are some pretty horrific and gruesome things that may be portrayed. Some people may find it very gruesome. There are some things and experimental things happening to animals that someone may not want to partake in or read. So just check your trigger warnings before you delve into this book, okay? You've been warned. You've been warned. Remember, these are kids, okay? These are kids. They're a part of a scout troop. Their leadership, their authority figure, their resources, their safety net, their security, all of that shit is starting to break down. It's starting to break down. And this cutesy tootsie, scout group trip has turned into a real life, again, survival horror story. Okay. And it is contained because they're kind of secluded. They're out in the middle of nowhere. Resources are limited. They're using up resources. People are getting sick. They don't know what's causing this, how to stop it, how to control the situation. And everything is in absolute chaos. It's kind of ironic because I was a Girl Scout. Okay. So you do these things to learn and get badges for different things that you do, different types of survival instincts, different types of skills that you may acquire during your time. And so it's very ironic that you go on your camping trip. And this is, again, so nostalgic for me, not the horror part of it, but the scout part of it, because I went on camping trips with my Girl Scouts group. And we were out in the middle of, the mountains, and we were sleeping in it wasn't a tent, it was a building, but we were on sleeping bags, and it was limited resources. We did have food, we did have fun, we did do things, but you learn different skills. You get awarded for those skills, but you're really not using those skills, most of us, right? You're not really starting a fire. You're not really tying knots. You're not really doing this and doing that, But imagine being thrown into the wilderness. Some crazy, sick person is running rampant through the campsite, getting everyone sick. And you really do have to put those those troop skills to the test. Could you imagine? Oh my God, could you imagine? Let me know in the comments if you have read The Troop, what you thought about it, and or if you are looking to read this book. If so, please let me know what you're thinking, okay? I'm going to link my Goodreads and my Fable in the description. And of course, you're going to see me more with more books. These book reviews are what's going to be kind of the page builder right now. We, of course, will do other things and talk about more things, as I always say. But the books is what is most convenient for me with my schedule and with everything that I'm doing. And I'm actually reading. So I do a lot of audiobooks, but I did buy some actual physical books. Today I went book shopping. I've gone book shopping probably like once a week since I've been here, and I've gotten like 1 or 2 books each time. So I'm growing my books again, my physical books, because I of course left all of my other books back in North Carolina. Of course those didn't come. So I will post my like thrift haul or something along those lines, and we'll get to see what types of books that I like to get and like to thrift. So I want to let you guys know that I appreciate you for coming. Check out my other videos. Come back, comment, like, subscribe if you want to. Let me know what you're reading, okay? I'm going to have a Fable book club that I'm going to be starting over on there soon. So that's in the works, working on that. If you have any other questions or concerns for Nurse Brooke, leave it in the comments, and I will come back with more book reviews later. Okay? Bye.
Glass on my gun, I'm in my zone. Pretty with a purpose, yeah.